Каждый вторник в 12:10 один из самых известных раввинов нашего времени, Маниса Фридман, в прямом эфире отвечает на вопросы наших слушателей. Вы услышите мнение самой мудрой книги человечества – Библии, о самых сложных проблемах, стоящих перед современным миром. Присылайте ваши вопросы заранее на наш имейл info@rusa.fm или во время передачи по СМС 347 460 08 77.
Ну вот и вторник, и как приятно сказать «Thank God it's Tuesday», потому что именно в этот день и в этот час мы имеем уникальную возможность поговорить с раввином Манисом Фридманом. А это просто совершенно потрясающе. Это вдохновляет, очищает и дает такой заряд позитива, как ничто другое в этой жизни. Те, кто слушает эту передачу, все знают, о чем речь. Поэтому, не теряя времени, я хочу сразу обозначить сегодняшнюю тему. Она животрепещущая и неуходящая. Это «Где Бог?». Где его искать и как его найти? Вот с этим мы обратимся сегодня к раввину Манису Фридману, но перед этим я хочу сказать, что эта передача особенная. Она посвящена памяти раввина Маниса Фридмана, Мирьям Циммель Фридман. И мы всегда будем ей безумно благодарны за такого сына. И сегодня мы посвящаем эту передачу, потому что именно сегодня, день 8 лет тому назад, ухода ее из этой жизни. Но тот след, который она оставила через своих детей и внуков, и вообще даже своими добрыми делами, это бесценно абсолютно, и поэтому мы ее безумно благодарим за ее вклад в наш мир. И, конечно же, попросим Рабби Фридмана нам немножко рассказать о ней перед тем, как мы начнем нашу сегодняшнюю тему. Rabbi Manis Fridman, hello, thank God it's Tuesday. Thank you so much for this time that you allocate to us. And today is a very special day. I just said it to our audience, our listeners in Russian. Today's show will be in memory of your mom, Mirьям Циммель Фридман. We are everyone who ever encountered you and your family are eternally grateful to her for her contribution, the family that she gave this world. Besides, we know that she has her own contributions. I read a little bit about her. Your children sent me a little bit of information about her, and it was phenomenal to read her story. And her roots are from Russia. So it's very appropriate to be speaking about her on the Russian radio, or on any radio for that matter, or on any media for that matter. And we are very grateful to her, and we hope that maybe you will tell us a few words about what she was like as a mom, and how was it to be her son, and what did she do right to raise children such as yourself? We would all like to learn a little bit from her, at least.
Yeah, she was a great lady. Very, very wise. She was actually born in Ukraine. We called it Russia, but, now it's a very intense political issue. She was born in Kuzmin, which is near Zhytomyr. But she grew up in Ukraine. She went to school. She had to go to school. Her father was a rabbi. He was arrested for teaching Hebrew. Her brother, Yisrael Tzvi, was sent to Siberia for translating a book into Hebrew. He never came back. But her childhood was basically in Kharkiv, where her father was a rabbi. Eventually they had to leave. So they went to Tashkent, And there, my father, who came from Poland and was invited to spend some time in Siberia, finally made it to Tashkent, and they met there, and they were married there. And my older sister was born in Tashkent. She was actually born on May 9th, 1945.
Wow.
And just as she was born, everybody left the hospital to celebrate. Spent a few years in Prague in a DP camp, and finally came to New York, where she became a real Chabad chassid. She is actually, from her mother's side, a descendant of the Baal Shem Tov, 9th generation. And from her father's side, they're descendants of Pinchas of Koretz, a famous Rebbe. So there was Hasidic blood, but not Chabad. Mm. In America, we lived in Crown Heights, and she became a really devout Chabad. Somebody once referred to her as Rebbitzin Friedman, and she said, in this community, there's only one Rebbitzin. Which is a strong attachment, a strong identification with the Rebbe and the Rebbitzin. She raised 8 children. All of them became Chabad. She lived to 101 in Brooklyn, which is quite a miracle.
Wow.
Actually, I was talking to a doctor, and I described my mother when she was in her 90s. And the doctor said, where does she live? I said, in Brooklyn. He says, no, not possible. I said, well, she was born in Ukraine. He says, oh, okay.
That explains it.
That explains it. Yeah, so she was a very no-nonsense woman, very wise. Didn't speak much, but whatever she said was exactly to the point. It's the 9th anniversary of her passing today, the 17th of the month. Her children, her grandchildren, and her great-grandchildren cannot say enough about her. She knew exactly what to say to every person, no matter what age, no matter what profession, no matter what. So, a couple of years ago, the grandchildren gave out a little booklet, 101 things we learned from Bubby. Something for every year of her life.
Rabbi Friedman, what do you think was her most outstanding attribute that made her this person, this mother, grandmother, great-grandmother, that what was like something that stood out the most that you feel made her so wonderful in every sense?
There are too many things to... the life she went through, we didn't know about until we were all married and parents, and finally she let us know a little bit here and there, the suffering, the problems. Part of their survival was because her brother Mottel was in the army. He was an artist. He painted for the army, and that helped a lot. Otherwise, the persecution would have been much worse. So all those difficulties, my father was arrested in Prague, and for 6 months, she had no idea what was going to be. She had 3 children at the time. And that's after having to run from her hometown into Uzbekistan. And very, very difficult, very dangerous. Her father was arrested. Her brother was arrested. But she never spoke about it as if it never happened. Life was wonderful, and that's all. Didn't consider herself a hero, a survivor. Just pleasant memories of her father, of his singing, of his customs. And so we never knew that there was any pain in the background. Of course, she was very proud of her children, especially the youngest.
Are you the youngest?
No, I'm the oldest.
Oh.
Of the sons. No, the youngest is the famous singer, Harasho.
Oh.
Yeah, she was very proud of him because she loved music and she loved talent. She was very talented. So that is our background. That's where we came from.
Amazing. Do you think that the strong faith came from your mom?
Strength in general. Yeah, a certain positive attitude. Never a complaint. Never even a harsh word. When she criticized you, it was very calm, very to the point, no shouting, no... I like to tell the story. I came home from yeshiva once. I was a teenager. And for the first time in my life, I don't even know why, but I asked my mother, "What's for dinner?" I don't know why I asked. I said, "What are we going to have for dinner?" And my mother said, "Food." Never asked again.
Amazing.
That kind of wisdom.
Rabbi Fridman, we're so grateful for you, your family. I mean, I'm sure she was such a tremendous example as a mother, as a wife, that her legacy lives in her family, and what a legacy. We don't know most of your family, but we do know you, and what you are able to give this world is incredible. And of course, we're very, very grateful to her for having you, for raising you the way you are, that we can all have such a blessing and benefit from everything you have to offer this world. So we really, really thank Mirьям Циммель Фридман for her contribution to all of us. Thank you so much. And thank you for sharing her story a little bit with us. And it's priceless. So this show is definitely dedicated to her memory on her 9th anniversary of her passing. And may her memory always be a blessing to the whole world. of course, to your family, mainly to your family, and of course to all of us, because we all get the benefit of it. So thank you so much, Rabbi Fridman. And we do have a topic today. The topic is, where is God? And how can we find him? But before we get to that topic, which is a huge topic in itself, I'd like to ask you about the current events that have happened. I can't pass it by, because on Sunday we had the Israel Day Parade, which happens absolutely every year, and I kind of thought it was a little bit less people came out this year, maybe, and I heard a lot of people saying that they're a little worried. Like, my son made it funny. I said, "Are you coming with us?" He's like, "Well, it wouldn't be cool if all three of us are taken out," meaning my husband, and it's his sense of humor. Yeah, he likes to do this. He says, "No, so you kind of go." And I know that maybe people made light of it, but still a lot of people did not go because they were worried that there could be some kind of problems with it. So the turnout was not as great as it always is. The participation of people marching was greater than ever, but the turnout not as great as always, but still, I believe it's at 50,000 that came out. So, okay, great. Now, who did not come out is, of course, the mayor of New York, Mamdani, who is the first mayor ever to blow off Israel parade. Of course, he is saying it's because he does not agree with the policies of Israel, just the country, doesn't have any beef with the Jewish people, but we already spoke about it. Israel and the Jewish people is one. There's no separation. So what do you think? What do you think about this? Do you find this very offensive, or who cares, or he's digging his own grave? What is your take on this?
Well, he's definitely not doing himself any favors. Just in general, you start up with the Jewish people, you never end up in good shape. Historically, it's foolish. It's so foolish. In every generation, somebody comes up and says, no one was able to really do damage to the Jewish people, but I am going to. I'll be smarter than Pare and Nebuchadnezzar and the Romans and the Persians and Haman and Ahasuerus. I'm going to be able to do what they couldn't do. It's so obvious. You don't need to believe, you just need to read a book. Spain was a superpower until the Jews left, and it became a third world country. Russia still thinks it's a superpower, but it can't even beat up the Ukrainians. But it used to be. It used to be a superpower. When the Jews left, nothing compared to what they were. The United States, if it doesn't do something quickly, it'll become a third world country. Maybe Mamdani would like it to become a third world country. I don't know. Seems like, right? So it's always to their own detriment. But the fact that he didn't come to the parade, it's nice when we know who we're dealing with. In some way, it would be worse if he came and smiled and continued to be who he is. So fine. We know where the line is drawn. We should stop being surprised, because he's going to do more offensive things. We know where he stands, so expect it.
Rabbi Fridman, I don't really think it was a surprise. It's just, it's a statement, for sure. Okay, he made his statement. So, not a big deal, right? I mean, it's good. He's showing his real colors. Rabbi Fridman, but do you think there should be more Jewish people coming out to the parade? I mean, because again, we have 1 million people approximately, probably more, at least, I think the census says if not, most of them didn't leave since Mamdani came to power. I think it's like 2.2 million Jewish people living in New York, actually. Okay, I believe. And 50,000, well, that's like a low number in accordance to the proportionally. So do you think that Jewish people should have came out in, bigger numbers than they did?
I'm sure everybody had their reasons for coming and for not coming. If it was 50,000, it's nice. I'm afraid it wasn't even that.
Actually, me too. That's what is being put out there.
Well, most of the news stories just say thousands. They don't even give a number, which is... Anyway, all of a sudden there's honesty in reporting.
Yeah.
What happened here? Yeah. But all in all, I think Jews are more together than ever, more proud than ever, and less fearful. We're not hiding. We're not even that offended.
True.
Say, okay, another fool who thinks he's a chacham, Yeah.
Okay.
Because the fact is, it's not cool. It's not cool to be an anti-Semite. In the popular opinion. It's suddenly allowed. It's not cool. Nobody thinks it's cool.
It is cool in some circles these days, and these kind of. I know. It's not the conversation I wanted to have today. We all know where things are, and stupidity has always been and always will be. But so this is something that we have to deal with a little bit again. Rabbi Fridman, before we get still to the topic that I'm still hopeful we're going to get to for at least a little bit, where is God? You said that unless America does something really quickly Iran-related, then it's also going to, might not be positioned well as far as superpower and all of these things, because those who are good to the Jews are blessed. What did you mean by what should America do? I can't pass that one by. What do you think America should do to become this favorable, to gain this favorable place?
Just tactically, don't get caught in the same trap that Israel has been stuck in for all these years. We can wipe Iran off the map in a minute. Yeah, but they know you emotionally can't. And they're using it. And they're playing. They're toying. And now they're doing it with America. So constantly threatening and then not doing, that's exactly how they play us. Mm. They don't take our threats seriously anymore. In some way, they don't care how many people get killed in Iran. So stop threatening. Do what it takes to put this danger out of commission. Stop making statements. Stop making deadlines. Do the job, whether it's Israel or America. We know who we're dealing with. The whole idea of negotiating, you don't negotiate with a religious fanatic. There's no negotiating. There's no wiggle room. So if you think they're evil, well, then do what you need to do.
Rabbi Fridman, when you say do the job, what do you mean by that?
Well, he keeps threatening, we're going to take you out, we're going to destroy you, Every time you threaten and you don't do it, you've played right into their hands.
Is that what the world is waiting for, to take them out? Is that the answer?
I don't know about the world, but the United States is absolutely convinced that he's got to go. No, so what are you waiting for? Oh, we're going to make a deal soon. You know the deal isn't worth the paper it's written on. What are you doing? You're letting them run the show. You're acting like a puppet. They pull the string, you dance. How do the bad guys get to decide when and where we will negotiate and how we'll negotiate and for what we're going to negotiate? Why are the criminals running the institution? Okay, if you don't believe that they're evil, then stop. But you can't keep saying they're evil, they gotta go, and then do nothing. Or do halfway, which is even worse than nothing. So it's time to get serious. This political game. And the best thing about Trump is that he was not a politician. So what's going on here? Don't be a politician. Do what you think is right. I know it's not easy. There are a lot of pressures. There's a lot of resistance. Nobody wants him to succeed. Everybody's trying to make him fail. All the more reason. Just get it done. Then they can scream all they want. And the same with Israel. It doesn't make sense. You're at war with somebody and you say to them, if you don't do such and such, we will really get tough. Or were you fighting a war without getting tough? Or fighting a polite little war? What were you doing until now? And if you're capable of getting tough, why do you keep talking about it? We're playing war. We're not fighting a war. And it's a very dangerous game. And every day people die. It's not right.
Yeah, empty threats are not a good thing. Not a good thing. I agree. This is how we lose credibility, unfortunately. So,
by the way, just following the Chabad news in Russia, the Jews in Russia are doing so well. Judaism is so alive. It gave me the chills. A group of Chabad rabbis had a conference, and part of their conference was they went to the apartment in Petersburg where the previous Rebbe was arrested. Mm. Then they went to the prison cell where he was held, the Tanya Soviet. Then they went to the prison where the Alter Rebbe was held. And to get there, you had to cross a river. The river that the Alter Rebbe had to cross for interrogations, because the prison cells were separate from the administration building. And the story is that it was an opportunity to make a blessing over the new moon. So the Rebbe asked the boatsman to stop the boat so that he could say on a moving boat, you can't concentrate. You shouldn't say a blessing unless you can. And he refused. Miraculously, the boat just stopped still in the water. The guy was obviously humbled, And then the Rebbe asked him again, so now will you stop? And he said yes. And the Rebbe was able to, on the way to interrogation. Why did he ask him a second time to stop if the boat was already stopped? Because you don't do mitzvahs in miraculous circumstances. You do the mitzvah in natural circumstances. So he wanted the boat to stop naturally, not miraculously. So they went there. Their children of these rabbis all sang the nigun that the Alter Rebbe composed on the Tehillim that he was saying when he was released. All of this with support from the government. They just put up an 8 million euro yeshiva. Of all places, Judaism is alive and well in Russia.
That's interesting.
And in Germany.
Yeah. That was not the case.
Oh, I know.
40-something years ago when my family left, so completely different.
Yeah, yeah. On the other hand, England, very dangerous for Jews. How the world changes.
Yeah. And it's always, the Jews are the canaries. Whatever is happening to the Jews is exactly what's going to be.
I want to mention this book called Conversations with My Rabbi. It just came out. The conversation is with a woman journalist speaking about the 7 Noahide laws that every human being should live by. And she turned her interviews with this rabbi into a book. The rabbi is Rabbi Eli Schlanger, who was murdered in Bondi. And the book was almost finished when he was killed. Now they finished it and they published it. And it's in every bookstore. It was published by HarperCollins, and everyone really should get the book, read it, and then give it to your non-Jewish friends. This can change the world.
The journalist. The journalist is not Jewish?
Yes.
She's Jewish.
Yeah. But, very worldly and concerned about everyone but the Jews.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, it's a very good book.
Conversations with My Rabbi.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you for this suggestion. I'm just a little worried that we have such a big topic and almost no time left. This conversation was amazing and very important, of course, and everything we've discussed is what is happening in the world right now, and to have your view on this is absolutely priceless. So it's something we look forward to every week. But the conversation that I wanted to have today, which I thought we would have a little more time with, is where's God? Because our teachings are telling us that God created this world, hid away, and is waiting for us to discover him, reveal him, find him. So the question, of course, is a huge question. Where is he? How do we find him? How do we reveal him? How do we do any of this? Obviously, it's not a 5-minute conversation, but maybe if we start today and make it a cliffhanger, we can have a big show about it next week.
One way of looking at it is God has tried very hard to hide. We don't let him. It's really a compliment to the Jewish people. We can't hide from him. He can't hide from us. He tried. He can't. We won't let him go. So you can run, but you can't hide. I think we should marvel at that. That as mysterious as God wants to be, we know where he is. We don't let him go. You can't fool us. We know you're running the world, and you know it's all being directed in a good direction, and we know it's all going to end magnificently. So you want to be mysterious? Fine, enjoy yourself, but we're not giving up on God at all. I was just thinking that if God was a person, a character in history, he is the most amazing person in the world. Who's more famous? I mean, people like to talk about the Bible is still the best-selling book. Oh, that's pretty nice. But who is the most famous character in the entire universe? Somehow he has managed to get his name. I mean, if you think about it like a person, right? How is it that everybody knows about him? Everybody talks about him, even when they don't mean it. Like every teenager, oh my God, oh my God. How did he become so popular or infamous? Everybody's angry with him. Everybody talks about him. And yet we say, oh, he's so mysterious and we don't know. Oh, we don't know? For a guy who tries to be mysterious, he really is the most popular name in history. So he's doing something right, PR-wise. I tell you, this guy said, can you help me out? I want to get my name into the Bible. Because once your name is in the Bible, you don't have just 15 minutes of fame. You're there forever, and everyone will know about you. Like Noach. What did he do? He built an ark. Okay. We have people building spaceships, and not everybody knows about them. But everybody knows about Noah, who built an ark. Get your name in the Bible, and you're set for life. So what is this? I know we keep talking about God being mysterious, and nobody knows, and nobody... What are you talking about? What do you mean nobody knows? Everybody knows. And everybody has an opinion about him. I think in terms of success, there's nothing greater. So we should marvel about how he did this. For at least 5,000 years, everyone talks about him. Pro, con, for him, against him. Defending him, cursing him, blaming him. But he has managed to keep his name in the conversation all over the world for all of history. It's very impressive. This arrogant student said, "Who is God to tell me what to do?" I said, God was just mentioned in Time magazine. Were you ever mentioned in Time magazine? For that alone, when you get your name in Time magazine, then you'll argue with God. Meantime, he is in every book and every magazine and everybody's conversation, everybody's vocabulary. No one talks about you. So just for that alone, a little respect. You don't have to be spiritual or religious, just from very practical consideration.
Rabbi Fridman, the conversation that I thought was going to take an hour took a whole, couple of minutes. And it's like, okay, God is not hiding. He is everywhere. So just open your eyes and see, and that's it.
Yeah. Nobody blames me for creating the world. How did he get that? We most popular rabbi on YouTube. I don't even know if that's true.
It's okay.
Anymore. But there was a time, a couple of weeks or whatever, where we had the most subscribers from. Okay, once you get that reputation, it sticks. How did he get the reputation that he created the world? Nobody says it about anybody else. None. Other religions with other gods and saints, and nobody says God created the world. He got that locked up. Nobody competes with that. Come on, that's brilliant PR.
Wow, Rabbi Fridman. Even this you made so easy, simple, and no, God is not hiding. He is here, he is now, he is everywhere, and everyone is talking about him. He is the best PR.
There was a woman who had some really, really, really painful difficulties. And she says, why is God doing this? Doesn't he know he's going to lose me? I said, obviously, he has not lost you. You talk about him more now than you did before. He can't lose because we don't give up on him. So to say it's not real, there is no God, it's so ridiculous. The most reliable fact of history is God. He's always been there. He is everything to everybody. Come on, what are you ridiculous? It's like worse than Holocaust denial. How can you deny a simple fact? Because you didn't see it? That's silly.
Thank you so much, Rabbi Fridman. Thank you for this time that you so graciously allocate to us weekly, which it's just we're still pinching ourselves. And thank you to your mom for this happening to us. Obviously, without her contribution, we wouldn't be having these. Thank God it's Tuesdays on Radio USA, and we're very, very grateful to you, your family, for everything you're doing for all of us, the wisdom that you give, the insights, the clarity, which is so incredible. Thank you so, so much.
And I know my mother appreciates this. To have a Russian program about Judaism, she loves it.
Amazing.
She never gave up on Russia. Something went wrong there with the communists, but the country, the language. So to know that Judaism is being spoken, Torah is being spoken in Russian, that's a great joy for her.
More so for all of us. So thank you so much. Thank you, to her, and to your whole family. And may we only share good news and see the goodness in everything like you teach us. Thank you so, so much. Hopefully till next week, Rabbi Fridman. Be well. I'm sorry?
We will tackle God.
Okay. Hopefully. Thank you so much. Ну а всем, кто нас сегодня слушал, большое вам огромное спасибо за то, что мы вместе в этот час и говорим о чем-то, что действительно вечное и дает столько много света, позитива и добра. Так что спасибо всем огромное, держитесь, будем держаться вместе и помогать друг другу. С этими словами я, Аня Пекерман, прощаюсь со всеми до следующей недели.